green light, go, go, go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to one of my favourite events of the week, the XCL Saturday afternoon, if you're in the European time zones, double sprint race. This is a really, really good event. I really enjoy this one. Anyone that was with me last week, we only had 10 drivers, I think it was, for the double sprint, and today I feel like the drivers have missed the memo for the quiet race, because we have 26 guys out here this week. So it's a massive contrasting difference from last week. It looks like the first driver out the pits was Alex Stecker, the number 17 McLaren. So as is customary, we will ride with him. But last week was we only had 10 drivers on the track, but it was a really entertaining race. So with 26 drivers, this is going to be even more so. Anyone that hasn't joined, I think this is the second time only in XCL history that the Saturday Sprint has been streamed since I've joined. So what is really interesting about this one is that it's a quick 12-minute qualifying session, which we're just underway now with Alex Stecker just coming around. Coming into the final sector to start his first lap. But then it goes straight into a 50-minute sprint race based on the qualifying times. And then straight after the first 50-minute sprint race is finished, we dive into a second 50-minute sprint race. But the qualifying session and the times you set now are the qualifying positions for both sprint races, so there is no additional qualifying in the middle, as we see Alex Stecker really pushing the track limits there as he goes off a couple of times on that straight. But he's just coming down to the final chicane now, and he'll start his first qualifying lap. Looking at the, I was just watching practice for about half an hour or so before this qualifying session, and it looked like I think we're probably going to see a 2-minute flat as the pole time, and maybe someone will break into the 1:59s. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how that unfolds. But for now, I think I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-minute pole lap, but you never know. I might be shocked, and there'll be, like I said, 1 or 2 drivers potentially will get into the 1:59s. But there was about, again, 5 or 6 drivers all within a second of the fastest lap in practice, so we could see some good racing at the front, but then it was quite a large field spread, as Suzuka is quite a challenging circuit, so we will see as the qualifying progresses. So we've still got 9 minutes left. It is quite a long lap here, so most people only get about 4 or 5 laps in, but we'll see how the how that field spread is going to be affected, because I think it was about some people were in the 2 minutes, and then there were people in the 2:04s, 2:05s, so being a little bit slow doesn't make as much difference in the sprint races. I think it's even more beneficial for the slower drivers, because if one of the, some of the drivers that are maybe fast and you make a mistake, or they crash out early and then they have to try and work their way back through the field, the drivers that are, maybe a little bit slower, the drivers behind haven't got as many laps to catch up, so you do find that you get a few more surprise, finishing positions. We're just looking in the chat now. I just want to say hello to Arctic Fox. Thank you for joining and being the first person to comment today. So welcome, and hopefully you enjoy the stream. Festerman, hello mate. How you doing? I see you're coming to watch the race today. Hopefully you'll be with me for both sprints today. Dick Trickle, hello. How you doing? Dick Trickle. Again, I'll just quickly add this whilst we're starting qualifying off here. Actually, it looks like Gowney must have got out ahead of there, because he's... Oh, no. That's a 15 minutes 24. Oh, there's a little slide there around the last corner. But Dick Trickle will be joining me for the triple header of events today. So obviously I'm doing the double sprint race first here, as I'm just looking to see, as the first time set is a 2:01.6. And then we'll just go around and see, maybe we'll just ride with Baker for a minute. He is one of the new drivers, but I'll introduce them in a minute. We have this double header now, and then we have at 7 p.m. GMT, or BST, UK time, we have the second round of the 4-round IXR series. That was a really good race at Silverstone last week. We're over at Imola today. I believe that'll be me and Dick Trickle hosting that one together over on the Dick Trickle Racing Network. And then I believe for the US part of the triple header, there'll be a race on quite late this evening. I'm not sure the exact time, but that'll be hosted again by Dick Trickle himself. So between us, we're sharing out the 3 events today. So hopefully you'll enjoy all of our voices and all of our streams today. But yeah, I'm excited for this race and then and for the IXR race later on. They'll both be very, very good. And I said, if you are one of the yes, I was just saying Dick Trickle on there saying that Fortuna is the driver currently out there that says no name. This is one of our other rookie drivers, but like I said, I will introduce them before the race starts. Let's just go out there then and see who's out there setting some lap times. At the minute, Gowney, who is 803 seconds back. I don't know if that's even humanly possible, but he's done it. And he is coming around to set what looks like his first flying lap. Even the servers on their best days sometimes have a little bit of a meltdown. But, as he goes wide there, is that going to default his lap? I'm not sure, but as he comes down the last straight, we'll see if he can set a time. The current leader is Partick, who has set a 2-minute flat, 0.8. So we'll see if he can be the first driver to maybe break into those 159s. Gary does cross the line, and he does go 13th place, 2.6 seconds down. So who else have we got out there at the minute? We've got the number 69 car, who has he set a lap yet? I just can't find his number at the minute. Okay, yeah, that is HP 455. We'll just call him HP for today. Yeah, he's coming. Oh, he has a really big wobble on there. Yeah, I think he's decided to slow down, and it looks like he caught up with another driver there. That's a nice looking livery, though. Let's look at the number 919 car. So Gorilla Radio, who yeah, is a very regular driver. I'm sure everyone will be familiar with Gorilla. He's a very consistent mid to top driver, so let's see if he can improve on that current 3 seconds down. There's a lot of cars. There's the number 05 McLaren dives out of the way, but I don't know if that would affect Gorilla Radio's lap, but let's see how he gets on and see if he can improve, because he's currently setting a 2:03. Can he get that down to maybe the 2:02s, 2:01s, or even a 2-minute dead? As he crosses the line, he does not improve. So I see we have on the track radar, we have a number 63 car coming down. That is Lynch. Ooh, Lynch is in a pink Ferrari. Oh, that's interesting. Lynch is normally in his customary blue Porsche. Today he's deciding to pop out in a nice pink and purple Ferrari. So maybe he's just feeling a bit fancy today, and he's out there. And on his first hot lap, he sets a... Ooh, it's a 2:07, so I think he definitely wants to improve on that. But he's probably getting used to that Ferrari. It's a bold choice changing, but hopefully it pays off for him. So out there, at the minute, we have a number 241 car. Who's that? Who's the number 241 car? Okay, yeah, that is Giambressi, who yeah, is coming around to set his first lap of the day. So we'll see how he gets on. The US race, Dick Trickle is saying, is at 12 a.m. BST. So I'll be very much fast asleep at that time. That is why Dick Trickle, based in the US, does do that race for us. But yeah, I'm sure if you are around, or you are the US based, or you're awake and you can't sleep, be sure to drop in and yeah, check out Dick Trickle Racing Network. He's a fantastic commentator, and yeah, you'll have a great time watching him. As Giambressi crosses the line, but he doesn't set a time. So we do have the number 6 car coming up now of 0C or 0 C's, we'll call him 0 C's. He's currently 2.3 seconds down in that gold and white Porsche. We'll see if he can improve on that one as we go. Festiman is saying, one thing about racing with XCL is that my rating was consistently between 69 and 73, and that rose up from 305 when I started. Okay, that's good. Nice one, Festiman. Are you back out of jail yet, Festiman? As 0C doesn't improve on his time. We have the number 14 car currently coming down. That is Baker. Like I said, he is one of the brand new rookies today. We always seem to have XCL debutants, which is fantastic. We always love to have new drivers in the field, and yeah, Baker is one of those drivers today. He is going to come around now in that. That's quite a nice livery car there, the red and black. I do like the red and black that. So let's see if he can set a good time on his first outing with XCL. I wish him all the best. And as he crosses the line, he goes P17. Well done. So the number 7 car of Springsphere, he hasn't set a time yet. He's coming down, so let's see how he can get on. Let's have a look at, just whilst we're doing that, the top times. Yes, so Steph Ork has improved on Partick's time, and he has now got a 2-minute 0.6 is the best time out there. Partick 0.1 down. Alex Stecker is 0.4 off of him in third place. HP, and again 0.4 in fourth. No Name is one of the rookie drivers of Fortunator, but we'll introduce him in a bit. And yeah, then Matiagu is 0.6 back, Lico 0.8, and Dylan 0.9. So there's 8 drivers currently within a second of the fastest lap out there. But as Springsphere comes along to set his first lap of the day, he sets himself Yeah, 3.5 seconds back, but ran himself up into the top 20. So do we have any other drivers come around set? Let's see what's happening with these two drivers that haven't currently set a time. The number 82 Ferrari. Let's see if he is about to set his first lap of the day. Oh, there's a few cars queuing up there. That's a bit dangerous with 1 minute 40 to go. There's going to be a lot of guys on their fast lap. Let's hope we don't have any incidents there. But as Jerkio crosses the line, does he set his first time of the day? He doesn't, so he's going to have to go around again. And where is Zeppa? Zeppa's coming around now in that red and black Porsche, and he is also potentially about to set his first lap of the day. So those two have left it late with 1 minute 19 to go. If drivers are currently in the pits, that will be their qualifying over because there isn't enough time to get out there. Arctic Fox is saying Steph Ork is going to win, so he's put his bidding in there early, and he said that he thinks Steph Ork is going to be the winner. We're just riding, let's see who else is coming across the line, just want to catch as many people as possible. So there is a few cars. The number 33 car, where is number 33? Do we have a 33? That is M. Allers. That is one of the other new rookies today. He's in that red and yellow and black Ferrari. He is coming around with 39 seconds to go, so he will have one more shot at this as he comes across the line. Lynch is saying maybe I can make this Ferrari run. He's going to give it a try. Yeah, we'll see how you get on, Lynch. Said it is always a tough ask to change cars, so I wish you all the best, and I hope you... so see Allers goes 1.4 seconds off the pace, but he has got another chance to set a lap time. So it looks like the first driver that's going to finish is the number 54 car. So if I can quickly find that. Sometimes I get a bit blind here. I can't see that number, but he is out there. So there we go. Mattia 07 in the Porsche. 1.6 seconds back. He's going to be the first driver to cross the line and set his final lap time. He's currently 1.6 seconds back. Can he break into that top 10 on his final lap? We'll find out as he crosses the line. It's a bit of a... the picture's a bit anticlimactic, but yeah, he crosses the line and he goes, 12th place, 1.3 improved. There's quite a few, a gaggle of cars coming across the line now. We'll just ride with No Name, who is, he decided to dive out of the way, and there is a few other cars coming past. I think one of those was Zeppa that hasn't set a time yet. So as he crosses the line, he puts that car up into 7th place, and I think it was Lico ahead of him that sets 0.5 off in 6th place. The number 13 car is the next driver I'm going to try and catch. That is Fast Ford. He is coming around the last two corners now. Oh, he's got a bit wide then. I think that's probably going to ruin his lap, but he bails and doesn't decide to set a time there. The next car we'll have a look at then is the number 14 car. Where are you? That is Baker. So Baker set a 2.5 seconds back, but can he go and improve on his time? And then who we've got after that? We've got the number 89 car after that, and after that we've got the 993. So who's the number 993? That is Matiagu. So Baker finishes 18th place, but we'll look at Matiagu. So he crosses the line. And actually, as we look at this, Partick did beat Steph Ork at the end. Matiagu goes 0.2 back. I was going to say, Matiagu on his debut, I think it was over in... maybe it was Kyalami. He was a really good driver, really fast, and I was expecting him to get up there a little bit. But that was a pretty intense qualifying. It's I'll always say this, and I know Dick Trickle says it too. When you're trying to commentate on qualifying, it's just so difficult to catch all the drivers, so I do apologise. I do, as you know, if you watch my race teams before, I will always go through the field at least once or twice to make sure you all get a bit of action. But... so that is the qualifying today. We'll go through that the full order in a minute when we set ourselves onto the grid. It is Partick that does set the best time of a 2 minutes 0.606. He beat Steph Ork by 0.02 of a second, and then Matiagu squeezed in the last minute to make to the third place with just 0.2 back, and then there's a really close bunch of drivers from like 4th down to 8th. So if you're listening to the stream right now, thank you for joining in. Can I have everyone's predictions? I know Arctic Fox has already jumped in there and said Steph Ork is going to win. So Fox, you might be you might have backed the right horse there, because he is pretty quick, but let's see how he gets on. I know in his I think it was his debut. No, it wasn't his debut race, but it was a race he did. I think it was at Valencia. Stefan had a bit of a nightmare and he crashed out on the first lap, and he battled back, but I think he'll be trying to redeem himself a little bit. So we'll see how he gets on today. But anyone else? Dick Trickle said he's got his money on Lynch. I tell you what, Dick Trickle, if Lynch wins this race, I will donate 10 subscriptions to your channel. How's that? So you better hope Lynch wins for you. But he has got a tall order. Lynch is he's a pretty consistent midfield driver, but he has just switched to that Ferrari, and I think he's going to. I think he's going to struggle purely from the fact that that new car. It's the Ferrari is a lovely, lovely car to drive, but it's a completely different style of driving than what I found. It's Lynch has given old Dick Trickle the thumbs up, so he's going to battle back from what looks like the second from last row on the grid, and he's got 15 minutes to pass about 25 cars, and if he does it, Dick Trickle's going to be a rich man, so we'll see how it goes. But I'll just take this moment to quickly introduce our brand new debutants to today. So we have a driver which is for some reason has come up as no name on here, but we know no name is Fortunator 319. So he is the highest of the debutants today. We have 4 out there today. So I wish you all the luck, Fortunator, and I'm going to call him Fortuna today because it's cheaper. And then cheaper, did I say, or easier to say? And then after that we have M. Allers. He in the number 33 Ferrari. He is another debutant driver. He'll be looking to race from 16th place against his closest debutant. Oh no, there's 3 actually in a row, sorry here. So Lamperman is the other debutant in the number 70 Mercedes, and then behind him is Baker in the number 14 Ferrari, and so the 16th, 17th, 18th are 3 of the 4 debutants. So that is going to be a battle we have to keep an eye on today. As Doug Bors chimes in and says, good luck, let's go Lynch. So I think everyone's cheering on Lynch now because Dick Trickle's going to want those 10 subs from me if he gets if he gets on to the other win. So let's just go through the let's just go through the grid now, and we'll see how we get on. So I'm all over the place. I'm looking at Twitch and talking at the same time. So Partick is on pole with the number 89 Ferrari. Alongside him on the front row is Stefan in the number 27 Lamborghini. Mattiagu pipped in 3rd place on his last lap, and he will go alongside Alex Stecker on row 2. HP is alongside our highest rated debutant today in Fortuna on row 3. Lico is alongside Zeppa on row 4, and then rounding out the top row 5, the top 10 is AMS Dillon in the Porsche, and Giambresi in the number 10, the number 241 Ferrari. We have an all Ferrari row 6 in Gauni and Isk. Mattia and Zerosi make up an all Porsche row 7. TLR and M. Allers, like I said, there's the second of the debutants, makes row 8, and then behind him we have the other 2 debutants of Lamperman and Baker rounding out row 9, and the top 20 is an all Ferrari 10th row of Potencia and Gorilla Radio. Fast forward in 21st is alongside Springsphere in the number 7 Porsche. Mark Music, I think he's probably out of position there a bit with qualifying, is 23rd alongside Off Tower. Actually, he is Off Tower. No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is a brand new driver. He might be, potentially. Off Tower might be a debutant as well. Can you check that, Dick Trickle? I think Off Tower might be a debutant. Lynch, who is being backed by all of the people on Twitch at the minute. If he does win this, he's going to get everyone, well, not everyone on the stream. He's going to get Dick Trickle 10 subscriptions. He's alongside Jericho or Jerkio. In 26th, so that rounds out. I thought we had one more driver there, so we might have had somebody drop out, but I'm not sure. So Partick now is making his way around the back end of the circuit. I'm interested to see this Partick Stefan battle, and then we're between Mattiagu, Stecker, Lico, HP, Fortunator, Zeppa, Dillon. Any of those drivers can finish on the podium today, so it's going to be a really interesting race between all of those. Remember, guys, there is no pit stops today, so It's just a straight out flat sprint. I think, so it's a 2-minute lap and we have a 15-minute race. We're probably looking at a 7 to 8 lap race. So, look at all those cars. This is going to be tasty, guys. Yeah, last week in the double sprint we only had 10 cars and everyone got around the first lap cleanly. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Yeah, so Spezza is not in the entry list, but he is not new, yeah. So, or Zeppa is not a new driver, but he is just highlighted as white here. So for anyone who's new to watching the stream or to XCL, the red drivers are the rookie drivers, the silver drivers are the sort of bronze, silver and gold drivers. Then normally the white markers are the gold drivers, but today these are just people that haven't had their ratings updated. For some reason, Fortunator is now in 7th. I thought he was higher up than that, but I thought he was in 6th, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, so as Partick now comes up to the line, this is they're quite wide apart, these cars here, so they're taking advantage of that straight. There's quite a wide straight here at Suzuka, so yeah, they're taking full advantage of this. But come on, guys, let's do all of the viewers proud and see if we can get around that first lap without crashing. But here we go for the first of the XCL sprint races, and this is green lights, go, 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 as Partick gets a good run up. But Mattiago is already diving down the inside. Oh, he's trying to go down the inside of him there, but as that McLaren there touches, that was Alex Stecker, gives Partick a little bit of a bump, and that does give Steph Ork the early lead. I think Partick, I think collides with AMS Dillon there in the background, and that might be AMS Dillon spinning out and probably losing a lot of places on the first lap here. But that was Partick rejoining the track, obviously trying to put his foot down, and I think he just came back on and collided with AMS Dillon. I can't be sure there, but there is quite a few. So there's 3 drivers there with yellow flags out there, so that is a bit unfortunate. But I think AMS Dillon may be one of the casualties of that first lap here. So yeah, it looks like we have Steph Ork out in the lead, and then it's followed by, I think, Alex Stecker in 2nd place. Mattiago, who did try and go aggressive at the start there, just had a bit of a wobble, but he has settled himself into to 3rd place. I said, as is customary with my streams, I will run with the leading battle just for the first lap, and then we'll go around the field and see what kind of battles we've got going on here. But look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably about 10 or so cars, all line astern as we go around, finishing up to the 2nd sector, down to the 2 double left-hander, sweeping left-handers. This is where you really want to get a good drive out to go down to the really one of the best left-handers in the game here. But I see like there was just Stecker maybe going a little bit wide there. It's still saying that Gowney is in 2nd and AMS Dillon's in 1st, but that is incorrect because they are currently sat in the pit lane. AMS Dillon in the chat saying a Ferrari just rejoined into me. Yeah, we did see that on the stream, AMS Dillon. That would have been, Partick, who was out of position. He came back onto track and just unfortunately collided with you. It might have been classed as an unsafe rejoin. Dick Trickle is watching the race, so he will be able to, be the end conversation on that one. But yeah, as we see the sensor, Steph Ork crosses the line. We have Alex Stecker in 2nd place. Mattiago is currently in 3rd, being chased down by HP. I will just ride with this one for a second because he is looking pretty racing that Ferrari against the Lamborghini. Is he going to try and make a move down to turn 1? No, it looks like Zeppa, Mattiago and HP all go through in a battle for what is the final podium place, but we'll keep an eye on that one as Zeppa gets a bit of a wobble there, but he stays in there. We'll just keep going down the order for a second. So Lico is currently in 6th place, following down from Partick. Partick did have a bad start. I think he did get a bit of a nudge from Stecker, and I'm sure he will mention that. So yeah, he did get punted in the back a little bit on that first corner, and he came out wide. And as he rejoined, they said he just did collide with AMS Dillon. Gian Bressi has made it up from 10th up to 8th place, and Fortunator has survived his first lap with XCL, and he is now riding in 9th place. And let's see how he can get on. Isk has rounds out the top 10 with 0C in 11th place, as we see him coming around the top now in that green and black Porsche. That might be Mattia, sorry. Mattia is currently in 12th place. And then we have, like I said, the second of the... look at all these cars, guys. We will... there's a lot of battling going on here. So, yeah, Matty Allers is behind in 13th place, potentially about a second back from him. Baker being the third of the new debutants. Oh, there's a Ferrari going backwards. How has he managed to stay out there? I don't know which fry that was. Was that Matty Allers? Yeah. Oh, is that an unsafe rejoin? But yeah, you just saw him going backwards there. That was a bit of a crazy moment. I thought he was going to slide back on the track there and take out about 2 or 3 drivers. Mark Music is currently riding in 16th place. He's made quite a lot of moves up at the start there, and Springsphere is riding in 17th. TLR is currently in 18th place. He is probably the lowest ranked silver driver out there, I think, at the minute. Lynch has made up some places. Ditchickle, you'd be happy to know. He is currently in 19th place. He's gunning for that lead so he can get you those 10 subscribers. Guerrilla Radio is going to dive down the inside here now, and that is an overtake for 19th place on Lynch. Off Tower currently riding in 21st. He has got Fast 4 behind him in the number 13 McLaren. Behind him, 4 seconds back, is Lampo Man. He is one of the debutant drivers. It looks like he has, unfortunately, got some damage, but he is deciding to stay out there. Jerkio in 24th is about a second back from him, and he will chase him down, considering Lampo Man has got some damage. MS Dillon is in the pits alongside Gowney. And then, yeah, we'll just ride back up now with the lead. Alex Stecker is chasing down Steph Hawk, and he is currently a 0.7 back. Let's have a look and see some of the battles that are going on at the minute. So HP is chasing down Matiagu. Like I said, these 3 drivers here are racing for the final podium spot as they... look at that. Yeah, they're all really alongside each other there. And then behind that, you've got then another battle forming with Partick. Gian Bresci's made it up past Partick, and he's now up into 7th place. So Gian Bresci is looking pretty racy out there today. As is that a driver being lapped there? But it looks like maybe another driver's just been lost a place there. I don't know who that was. That might have been HP. And then behind that, like I said, the debutant of Fortunator is chasing down Partick and Giambressi, the two, and Lico PT, the two, Partick is a fast rookie driver, which probably will be bronze very, very soon. And then you've got Giambressi and Lico, both silver drivers. So, Fortunator on his debut here is putting some really good laps in and keeping up with some of the top drivers in the field. It looks like we have Allers, who is chasing down Baker here. So he did make that early mistake, like I said, because we saw him sliding backwards. So both these debutants have got red base Ferraris. This is going to be nice and confusing. But we'll just ride with Allers for a minute, see if he can make an overtake down into... Oh, he's just showing in his mirrors there to say, like, I am here. So he's just basically forcing Baker to have a look behind him rather than focus on that braking zone. He dives down the inside. Is he going to try and do it? No. So Allers has been a bit aggressive in the mirrors there, but there's nothing wrong doing there. He hasn't sort of dived down the inside, but I think I will ride with Allers down this final straight here. See if he... as he gets a bit of a wobble on there, that might have lost him the opportunity to make a pass. But like I said, Baker here in 14th and Allers in 15th are 2 of our debutant racers. So let's see how they get on as they go down to the first corner. No, it looks like Baker will hold him off for a little bit longer. So we'll go up to the battle of the start. So it is currently Matiagu holding off HP, and then HP is holding off Zeppa for 3rd, 4th and 5th. This battle might go on for the full 50 minutes as we're already 7 minutes into this race, but these 3 drivers are really, really close out there. Oh no, Zeppa has a bit of a wobble. I thought he was going to lose it there and collect it into the wall, but that is going to give HP a bit of breathing space. We can start focusing on Matiagu ahead. Giambressi is looking pretty racy. He is now 0.2 seconds behind Lico in that sort of blue and pink Mercedes. He's got 3 drivers behind him, so there's a battle here between Lico in 6th, Giambressi 7th, Partick in 8th, and there's a lot of drivers here actually. What is going on here? Is this a back marker coming through? I think we might have had a crash here with is it Baker that's maybe... I'm not sure what's going on there. There seems to be a driver out of position there. I'll have to see if I can catch up with that one in a second. But Giambressi looks like he has just dived past Lico and made it up into 6th place. We just caught the back end of the overtake. What do you mean by HP sauce, brown sauce? What is with the sauce? That is what Arctic Fox is asking. We're not meaning HP sauce. HP 455 is the driver currently in 4th place. But Giambressi did make it past Lico. Is Lico going to try and dive back down the inside? But Fortunator is just waiting here, as he looks like actually Fortunator gets past Partick for 8th place. This race here for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th is getting pretty dicey. Zero Seas is now only 0.2 behind Isk. He does have a little bit of wobble coming out of the last corner, and is that going to allow Mattia to get a drive on him here? for what is 10th, 11th, and 12th. So this is a nice battle here. As you can see, Guerrilla Radio, Potentia in the background, just creeping in, trying to get involved. Trying to get involved in this battle for the top 10 places. Lico is still right behind us. I see right behind Gianbressi. He has made it past. This battle is going to go all the way to the finish, guys. So these 4 drivers just keep swapping positions. This is fantastic racing by these 4 here. But the more they keep battling on, the more they're going to allow those the drivers of Isk, Zero C, and Mattia to catch up with them as well. But we'll ride with this one for a minute because this is the best action out there at the minute. I just want to make a mention that Alex Stecker does have the fastest lap of the race, but he is currently 1.4 seconds off of Steph Ork in first. But at the minute, this race here for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th is looking pretty tasty. As you see, just in front of us here, we have Matiagu still holding off HP and Zeppa. As you look there, and Partik just tries to take a look here at the Fortunator. So, these 4 drivers are really racing respectfully. But as you can see, Isk in that 511 Ferrari behind is starting to close that gap and catch up with the group ahead. But this is there's not a lot between third up to sort of 9th place. So. But let's just have a quick look and see what else is going on. So Allers is now in 15th place, chasing down TLR 10 in the... she looks like TLR 10 has disconnected as I said that, because he was up there. Now he's completely disappeared. We will make an honourable mention to Lynch here. He's 4.2 seconds back from fast forward 19th place with 5 minutes to go, Dick Trickle. Unfortunately, I'm going to probably go out on a limb here and say that Lynch isn't going to win those 10 subscribers, but he is doing his best to race hard, and he is currently in that top 20. But you never know, he might do better in the second part of this race. Springsphere looks like he's just made an overtake on Mark Music, and because of that he has allowed Guerrilla Radio to dive right up on the back of him. And let's see if Guerrilla Radio can make an overtake on Mark Music. He dives down the inside, about that's the late break because he hits the curb, and is he spun out? Oh, he has, but he just didn't collect Mark Music, and that's an unsafe rejoin. I think he has just pipped the back of fast forward there, and that has allowed Lynch to potentially close up on the back here. But Guerrilla Radio really tried an aggressive overtake there. It hasn't pulled off, and that's allowed Springsphere to hold on to 15th place. Going back to the battle of the front, like I said, we have Lico with Gianbressi just all over the back of him as he just goes a little bit wide there. Fortunator is, welcome to XCL, my friend. You have been put right in the thick of it. You've got 2 really fast silver drivers ahead of you. You've got Partik behind you, who will probably become silver in the next couple of races. So this is a bit of a, just throw you in the water and see if you can swim. And it looks like, you're making a good name for yourself out there. Fantastic driving, really clean, really safe. And I think everyone's going to be giving you the thumbs up to continue racing with us, and we look forward to seeing you in more races in the future. Let's just ride with Matty. Oh, actually, I was looking at this for a second. I was going to ride with Matty Agu, but actually Alex Stecker has closed that gap on Steph Ork down to 0.8 of a second. He was well over... about 0.6, 0.7, well over a second earlier, but he has closed that gap. I don't know if Steph Ork has made a mistake, but Steph Ork is going to start looking in his rearview mirror a bit more as Alex Stecker will potentially try and make an overtake for the lead here. I don't know if he will get a penalty for that first corner incident. It must go down surely. It's just a racing incident. It's some of those things that can't be avoided, but it's unfortunate that we did lose AMS Dillon to that early collision, but I'm sure the beauty of this is that he will get a second shot at it in the next race. But let's just go back to Matiagu. Like I said, he has got HP all over him, 0.2 behind, he is going to really take a race to the end. I don't know if he's going to try and make an overtake here. No, but still a long way to go. Now, Lico, who has fallen back from this pack, is 3.6 seconds back, but he's in full defensive mode. He's still got Gianbressi in his rearview mirror, which has been the case for pretty much this entire race. Behind him, Fortunator has just fallen back to a second back here, so it looks like this is kind of split into two battles, with Partik now chasing down Fortunator for that 8th place, and that might be where they're going to end up unless there's a crash ahead of them. Mattia is looking pretty racy here behind Zero C, about 0.7 back. He has got potential about 1.4 seconds behind him, and Isk has managed to break a gap to Zero C's with about 1.8 seconds, so it looks like he might be shoe-in for 10th place here, but we'll see if Mattia in the last 2 minutes can make an overtake on Zero C's. Thank you, Arctic Fox, for what looks like an octopus. Yeah, thank you for that. Oh, we have had a crash here in the background. I don't know what's happened here. That looks like Lico has he run out of fuel? I think Lico has made a fatal mistake here. Oh dear. Yeah, Lico has made a mistake here, and he's clearly ran out of fuel. And I think, unfortunately, there has been a bit of an issue where maybe Matteo has collided into him. He obviously just, I don't know why Lico hasn't pulled to the side of the racetrack, and why he's just, oh, there's a few guys. Oh, there's another Mercedes in the background. Lampo Man hits the wall. Okay, so now I don't know what's happened here, but Lico has now driven again. Did he have a... No, he stopped again. What's going on with Lico here? Has he got some sort of wheel failure? He keeps slowing down and starting up again, slowing down, starting up again. I don't know what's going on with Lico here. I don't know if anyone can fill me in, but it looks like he was running out of fuel there. Apologies, guys. As this has been happening, Mattiagu has got past... Sorry. HP has got past Mattiago, and now Zeppa's thinking, well, if HP can do it, now I'm going to do it. And yeah, Mattiago might lose 2 positions here on the final lap of the race. Alex Stecker is now only 0.6 behind Steffork for the last position, but I don't know if he's going to do some sort of crazy overtake. Now, I wonder what happened to Lico PT there. Did he have some sort of... I don't know if anyone's listening on the stream that knows much about Lico, but is he a wheel driver? Because if he is, did he have some sort of... Lico be drinking and driving? Yeah, it looks that way, but I think he must have had some sort of like steering wheel failure or something, and because of that he has caused a few crashes out there, because Matteo, who was racing for the top 12 finish, is now in the pits in 20th place, so that is really unfortunate for a few of those drivers, and I think there might be a few penalties coming his way. I know it's, you know, it's not, it can't be helped, but you know, you can't really be you know, you can't not be blamed for your your controller battery running out or whatever, but yeah, Matty Allers now is in 13th place, is chasing down Springsphere. So we did have a few crashes there, but I will just ride with Steffork here as they are coming around the back end of the circuit, and Alex Stecker is 0.6 behind. We'll catch them again in a couple of seconds, because Matty Agu is also chasing down HP, and yeah, Zeppo, who's just pretty much ridden in 5th for this entire race, and also behind that we do have Partik chasing down Fortunator, so we will have a look on the last corner and see if any of these drivers do make a dive. I don't think Alex Stecker's going to make a dive here for, or as he tries his best to get some speed in the air, but that's going to finish. So Steph Ork is going to take the first win of our double sprint header. So yeah, congratulations, Steph Ork. Let's see if you can do it again in race 2. Yeah, so well done there. Alex Stecker's coming in second. Matty Agu, yeah, he didn't make a dive down. Oh no! HP has ran out of fuel, I think, on the last lap, on the last straight, and he's going to lose 2 places. He may even lose more. Fortunator's going to... Oh no, I think he's just going to get past. Yeah, so HP is going to finish 5th. Fortunator 6th, Partik 7th, Gian Bress is going to finish in 8th, Isk is going to finish in 9th, Zero Seas is going to finish in 10th, Potentia is going to come across the line in 11th, as we see another Ferrari in the background going around in circles. That looks like, yeah, Matty Allers. So yeah, so Springfield is going to finish 12th. Matty Allers has lost loads of places at the end there, so Mark Music and Fast Forward have beaten him to the line. Guerrilla Radio, unfortunately, couldn't capitalise on that last lap mistake. And he will finish it. Yeah, so Allers is going to finish 15th. Guerrilla Radio 16th. Lynch is going to come across the line in 17th. He did his best for you, Dick Trickle, but unfortunately he didn't get those 10 subs for you. Lamperman is coming around now, and he will finish in what will be 18th place, which is not bad for the debutant driver. And then behind him is the the car of Off Tower. It looks like everyone else has decided to pit here. Yeah, well, I don't know if Jerkio is still out there, but I think he's probably in the pit lane. Yeah, guys, good bit of racing. So that is sprint race 1 completed. Steph Ork gets the win. Alex Stecker in second. I don't think... So Matty Agu didn't actually get... he was actually in 4th, and then HP looks like he ran out of fuel coming down the line. And he actually finished 5th in the end, so that is unfortunate. But it just goes to show you, with Zeppa and Mattiago, you've got to keep racing all the way to the end, and you do sometimes make some bonus positions up. Yeah, MS Dillon is saying time to come back. He's going to join again for race 2. I'm just going to take a quick drinks break, guys, between the 2 races. So I'll be back in 1 minute for race 2. Hello everyone, and I am back. Just that was a lot of commentating to do in that first sprint race. With the sprint races, there's a lot of action, so just had to hydrate a bit there. But Klorp, are you coming into race 2, or are you just saying just in time to watch race 2? But yeah, we're glad to have you on the stream. Feel free to yeah, just have a chat if you're not racing. But if you are racing, good to see you out there. Yeah, Lynch. That was yeah, Lynch saying that he thought he did pretty well. Yeah, I think from what 25th, 26th up to 17th, or what it was in the end. Yeah, 17th place. That was a really good outing for you there. So yeah, well done. Oh, no worries, Clark. Well, it's good to have you for the second race. The second race is going to kick off in 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're going to see a couple of drivers just add a little bit of fuel there. Does anybody Trickle or Clorp, or can anyone let me know, because obviously I can't check Discord at the minute, but can anyone let me know what happened to Lico? Do we know? Was it like a steering wheel failure? Was he racing on controller? Did his batteries die? What happened to Lico? Can anyone let me know? Clorp is saying that he's got pizza and his kids have got spaghetti for dinner, so a bit jealous. I think I'm going to eat after this and get some food in before the big race. Yeah, I'll go over it again now for those that have joined late. But as you know, it is a triple header for races today. Obviously, this is the second of the sprint races in the first race event today. And then at 7 p.m. BST, we have our second round of the IXR Mini Championship. It's a 4-round championship. We're on to race 2. Cozy Lerner there will be trying to make amends for his sort of disconnect because he was looking a shoe-in to win that race, and I think he'll try and win the second one. But that'll be hosted over on the Dick Trickle Racing Network, and I believe I'll be joining Dick Trickle in the booth, so you'll have both commentators for what will hopefully be a fantastic second IXR race hosted by XCL. And then at 12 a.m. BST, so midnight over here, we have another race over at the Dick Trickle Racing Network, which is the US sort of hosted, and US for the US drivers for better timing for them, and they are going to be racing over there. So yeah, so make sure you join in with Dick Trickle later on today, and you join us at 7 p.m. and I look forward to hosting and commentating on this second race now. I will just add something for a second. Oh, hello, Digital Racing. Good afternoon, and welcome to the stream. What's confusing is, if you remember from the warm-up lap from the last race, I thought I saw something strange, because if you look here in 5th place, there is the No Name for anyone that's just joined the stream, but No Name is one of the debutant drivers of Fortunator. But for some reason, as one of the Ferraris just goes flying into the wall there. Was that Giambressi? Has Giambressi, trying to warm up his tyres, absolutely binned his Ferrari into the wall? He's got some severe damage to the front of that car straight away. So I was just being completely distracted there. I don't know if anyone else saw that on the stream, but he just crashed straight into the wall on his. He's going to be pit. Yeah, he's going to start from the pit lane. I thought that was going to be the case, but yeah. So Fortunator, he for some reason started the race 7th, even though he did qualify 5th. So I want to see if that will correct itself today, but. So Arctic Fox is Red Fox's son. That would be my child in the chat right now, having a chat with us all. Who knows? I'll get him on the rig tomorrow and see if I can train him up to be one of our newest XCL drivers. But he's quite young, so I think he's got a few years. But yeah, he's an XCL fan. He's a Red Fox commentating fan. So yeah, welcome to the stream, Red Fox, Arctic Fox, and we're pleased to have you as a fan of XCL. So just to go through the grid again. So yeah, we have Partik on in pole with Steph Hawkins second. This will be the same positions as the last one. Alex Decker and Mattiago make up 3rd and 4th. Lico and Fortunator 5th and 6th. See, Fortunator has already pulled down to 6th, and he was 5th a minute ago. I don't get what's going on there. Zeppa is 7th with AMS Dillon in 8th. Giambressi in 9th with Gowney rounding out the top 10. We have Isk in 11th, Mattia in 12th, Zero C is 13th with M. Allers in 14th. As we know, M. Allers, Lampo Man and Baker are the other 3 debutants today, and they're all racing. I think it was it Matty Allers that got the best of those 3 in the first race. Potentia is 17th with Guerrilla Radio 18th. Fast Forward and Spring Sphere make out the top 20. And then we have Mark Music, who isn't there on the track. Oh, he is there. That was weird. Okay, yeah. And then we have Lynch in 22nd, Jerkio in 23rd, TLR in 24th, and Off Tower in 25th, who's starting in the pit lane. Looks like we have lost a driver. Does anyone know which driver we've lost here? Because there is one missing. So I'm not quite sure who that is. So, yeah, we've just got a couple of corners to go before we start the second sprint race. As you know, Steph Ork managed to capitalise on that race 1. Alex Stecker finishing in 2nd. And then, yeah, Matti Agu won the podium battle because of... I forget which driver ran out of fuel now. My mind's gone blank. It was... someone's have to help me out there. Which driver ran out of fuel in the first race? But could that potentially be the person that's dropped out? But yeah, and then but Partick was unlucky in the first race. Well, so was AMS Dillon because yeah, Partick got a little bit of a bump from behind from Alex Stecker. It was just a pure race of the incident. But Partick ran out wide onto the marbles, and as he came back on the track, he just collided with AMS Dillon, eliminating him from race 1. So let's see if we can have a better start this time round. Yes, this is, and then obviously I'm sure, like I said, there was a few drivers that looked a bit like they had ran out of fuel or whatever, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. But yeah, did anyone know what happened to Lico in that first race? He's back up in 5th place. Let's hope he doesn't have another of the same issues. But as we all come out to the line, we do have a field of 25 this time. So we have had one dropout, and one of the drivers is starting from the pit lane. So we have 24 cars starting this opening lap on the track. So let's see how they get on as we get this race underway for the second sprint race of the day. And it's green lights, go, go, go. Matti Agu decides to go on the inside line this time because he did hit the grass last time. He's going to dive down the middle of them both. No, Steffort gets around the outside cleanly. It looks a bit cleaner this time round as... yeah, well, look at Stevok gone through there. Matti Agu has settled into 3rd place. Dylan has now dropped down to 4th. Leak, I think that was that MS Dylan potentially again up on the grass there? Hopefully he's recovered there, but there was a Porsche on the right-hand side. No, that is the Porsche of Zeppa, I think, having a bit of a wobble out there. He's just trying to get some traction down. Obviously, he's got a bit of grass on those tyres, and it will take him a corner or two just to shake that grass off the tyres. But yeah, Steffort has taken the lead over Partick on this first lap, and Partick will be pleased that he's now actually in the hunt for what could potentially be a race win. He didn't look like he had great pace, but then he probably had a bit of damage in that first race. I mean, like race winning pace, but I'm sure he will yeah, make up for it in this race too as we yeah, go around here and around the left-hand hairpin. And does that look like it's Matti Agu under a bit of pressure there from Stecker? But it's as you were, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, yeah, and they're all being nice and good bit of race now. There. So it looks like AMS Dillon has made it up to 6th place. He is being chased down by Fortunator, who did have a good race 1, and I think he'll be, yeah, buoyed by that, and he'll be trying to have another good race in race 2. GM Bressi is up to 9th, and Isk is currently in 10th place. But we'll just ride with this early battle around lap 1, and then, like I said, then we'll go down the field and see what everyone's doing before we have a look at the rest of the battles. Yeah, so Tony Docker saying HP ran out of fuel. That was it. Yeah, so HP. But HP isn't in this race right now. Am I correct? Looks like HP has dropped out and he isn't currently racing in race 2. I don't know if he didn't realise there was 2 races on, but as far as I'm aware, HP isn't in this race. Yeah, so as Steffort crosses the line, he will lead the second race and be the first lap leader for 2 races in a row. He is followed 0.3 by Partick. Matti Agu is in 3rd place, Stecker in 4th. We've got Lico in 5th. He'll be hoping to not have the same kind of issues he had last time. 1.3 seconds. Oh, as I say that, Lico has gone out wide, and I think that's going to give AMS Dillon. He dives down the inside. Is Fortunator going to make a move on him as well in 7th? But yeah. Lico is just had a bit of a wobble there, and AMS Dillon's going to say thank you very much. Oh, as he goes on the grass again. And that's going to allow potentially Gowney now to get up on behind him. So Lico has gone from what was 5th place down to what was that, 7th place in a couple of corners. And yeah, he's going to want to start to, yeah, because when you do hit the grass, guys, you do, although you don't really see it that much and people don't realise it, but you do get that dirt and that mud and the grass on the tyres. And for a couple of corners, you do lose a bit of traction. But yeah, Lico's got Gowney under pressuring down for what is 7th and 8th place. GM Brassi is currently in 9th place. He was looking pretty racy in race 1. So I think, oh no, but that's being said, he did have that crash where he just crashed into the wall on the outlap. You can see he has got some cosmetic damage to the car there. So, oh, as we see, that is a... Which Ferrari is that? That's one of the... is that Ferrari being lapped? Or is that Partick potentially back there? It is. I think Partick has had a bit of a crash here because he's now not with the front runners. So, oh, Partick's day's gone from bad to worse here. He is... yeah, he's fallen well back. And Sterfork has a bit of a crash as well. Yeah, he luckily... gets off the track a bit there. So we've lost drivers 1 and 2, and Matty Agu is thinking, oh my god, there's like the winds here, like all these drivers are parting like the Red Sea. So he has managed to go from 3rd to 1st, and he's going to be having an unexpected lead as Alex Decker's now thinking, once again, I'm chasing down the 1st place car for what will be the win of the race. And AMS Dillon, who is thinking, you know, he had a bad race in race 1. Oh, as yeah, Stecker goes wide there, and AMS Dillon has gone from 9th place to 2nd place within 2 laps. So I think that has definitely made up from what was happening in lap 1. But we've had loads of drivers out there having a bit of a wobble in this race 2 here. But yeah, it's Matty Agu, leaded by AMS Dillon, who currently has the fastest lap of the race. And Fortunator, who's racing with Lico here, is now on a podium place. And he could... Oh, no, we've had a collision here. It looks like Gowney has hit Lico. Sterfork has collided with him on the outside as well. They're both facing... the wrong way around the circuit, and oh, there's from what was really, really good racing in race 1 has turned into a bit of a shambles in race 2. I'm a bit, you have to obviously wait for me for a second, guys. I might have to start this all over again from the start so I can work out where everyone is. But yeah, Matty Agu is what looks like he's about to chase down what is potentially a back marker here after 3 laps of this race. But I think that's probably potentially maybe coming out of the pit lane. Is he somewhere near the back? Yeah, potentially he's currently last, so he must have just come out from the pit lane. AMS Dillon has made his way up to 2nd place in this race, 1.3 seconds back from Fortunator, who, if anyone knows and watched my streams before, I do always say that in every single event that I have streamed so far, a debutant driver has finished on the podium. So if Fortunator can hold on to this 3rd place, he will continue that tradition and be the next driver, debutant driver, to finish on a podium on their 1st series race with XCL. Alex Stecker is in 4th place, and I'm sure he will gun down Fortunator, so that will be interesting to see how that unfolds. Sterfork, who probably does have some damage now, is currently riding in 5th place, 3.5 seconds back. Giambresi, as I just catch him, has a slide, but he is going to lose what is 6th place to fast forward potentially here. Yeah, he does, yeah. So Giambresi is going to tuck in here. There's a lot of poor driving in the 2nd sprint race, folks, but it is entertainment for you out there on the stream. Zero Seas is yeah, currently 8th place, being chased down by Lamperman, who's having a much better 2nd race here, but he does still have that hanging. In the 1st race, he had that bonnet hanging off his car, and he's got it again in this race as well. And Allers, who's the another debutant driver, is chasing him down for what is the yeah, 9th and 10th place here. But that was a really poor corner there by Lamperman. Is that going to allow Allers to get down on him into onto the 1st corner? We will just ride with this one for a second, and then we'll go down the field to see what else is going on. But AMS Dillon is now actually... Oh, do I swap here to AMS Dillon? Or do I ride with this guy? Oh, going back to AMS Dillon. AMS Dillon is now 0.2 behind the leader. I think that's because Potentia doesn't look like he is listening to the blue flags out here. And that is really holding up Matty Agu. And AMS Dillon is going to have a chance to potentially pass Matty Agu. And I get what I believe will be his 1st ever win with XCL. But yeah, he's got a long way to go yet. But that has really closed the gap on those two. And those two are looking pretty racy out there for 1st and 2nd on the field. So we'll go back to Isk, who is... yeah, 11th place. He has got Lynch, who is having a fantastic drive out there at the minute. He is in 12th place, but just like last time, looks like Mark Music is going to make an overtake on him and take that 12th place. Oh, no! Mark Music, I think, hits the back of Lynch there. Are they going to stay as it was? I don't know if maybe that was a... Oh, no. Okay, bang. That is... that has gone from bad to worse for Mark Music, and he has slammed himself into the wall as Off Tower now is going to chase down Mark Music. And yeah, I don't know whose fault that was between Lynch and Mark Music, and I'm sure they can clear that up there. But yeah, Off Tower has now dived down the inside of Mark Music, who will have some damage out there. But they're side by side here is Off Tower. Oh no, Off Tower's now collided with Mark Music, and they are all over the place. Guys, this is not a good stream for good racing out there, as yeah, Springsphere now currently in 15th place is being chased down by Baker, 0.2 back, and he's got Gorilla Radio behind him. I think we must have, yeah, Arctic Fox, are you keeping tabs on how many crashes you've looked at today? Because there's definitely more than 2. This is just crash after crash after crash. What a race, guys. Yeah, Jerkio is 19 seconds back from the rest of the field. I think he... Oh, okay, that is some serious damage there from Jerkio as well. He's got cosmetic damage everywhere. I think he is having a bit of an unfortunate race, and he might just end up being, yeah, finishing 18th there. Potencia, who we did see getting lapped earlier by the early drivers, he is back in 19th, and I said Mattia is 20th. Now, guys, we had 26 drivers in the first race, so we now only got 20 out here. We've had quite a few people... actually, I'm just going to quickly drive here to Alex Stecker. Alex Stecker is now 0.1 second behind Fortunator. I don't want to be biased as a commentator here, but I do hope that Fortunator does finish off on the podium to continue that tradition. But yeah, he has got a really good drive. Oh no, Stecker just gets a little wobble there, but Stecker is a bronze stroke silver class driver here, and yeah, Fortunator's got it all to do, as what looks like here, actually, Matty Agu doesn't seem to have a good pace at the minute, because he has actually, all 4 cars here, first, second, third and fourth, within about 2 to 3 seconds of each other. So this is a, it might well be that, yeah, maybe Fortunator might end up losing a place to Alex Stecker, but actually he might end up passing maybe Dylan or Matty Agu. So as Dylan goes down the inside here, we're just going to ride with this one for a minute, guys, because this is the battle for first, second, third and fourth on the grid here, so on the podium. But yeah, Matty Agu, I don't think he's having a great second race here. His pace isn't what he was in the first, as you see Potentia, who's currently the last place driver, is chasing these guys down. We'll drop back in with this one in a minute, see what else is going on down the field. Isk has now closed the gap on Allers for that final tail. As was that who was that on the side of the pitch? Side of the track there. I think that was Fast Forward. Fast Forward now, yeah, has dropped down behind this battle, so he'll now be in what will be 11th place. Yeah, and Isk has made it up to 10th place without even passing Allers. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these guys today. There's a lot of crashes out there. Baker is still got Gorilla Radio right behind him, and they're both, these 2 Ferraris are chasing down Springsphere, who does go wide, obviously, for, oh, okay, and Baker's going to dive down the inside. It looks like Gorilla Radio might have punted Springsphere there, so Springsphere, unfortunately, is going to lose both places to those Ferrari there, but that might have been, yeah, as you see there, Gorilla Radio did slow down and let Springsphere back pass, so that would have been a punt in the back, and that has allowed our debutant driver Baker to get a bit of a breathing space as he continues on in 13th place. Lynch currently cruising along in 12th place, is having a good little race. He's 1.6 seconds back off of Fast Forward, and yeah, that's yeah, another good race for him. If a few more mistakes happen in front of him, you never know, he could find himself up into the top 10. So let's go back to the front race here. So we have AMS Dillon chasing down Matty Agu, 0.8 back. It looks like Matty Agu has just settled himself into a yeah, into a bit better sort of rhythm now, and he has started to slowly pull that gap away from yeah, from AMS Dillon, and it looks like about a second behind that. Oh, as, yeah, Fortunator does just go wide there, and that is going to allow Alex Stecker to go through. What will be interesting now is to see what pace Alex Stecker has got, and can he close that gap on AMS Dillon and see if he can potentially pass for second place. But if the Fortunator can stay behind Alex Stecker and get pulled along a little bit, that would allow then potentially, you know, both these McLarens, who are looking pretty quick today, to pass that Porsche in second place. But AMS Dillon does currently still hold the fastest lap of this race. This race here for first, second, third and fourth is by no means over, but let's have a look and see what else is going on around the field. So Gian Bresci is in a bit of a race of his own. He's 14 seconds back from Steph Ork. So I think Steph Ork is pretty much got a comfortable 5th place here, and I think he'll just cruise on there and just think about his XCL rating points. Zero C's is 1.8 seconds back from Giambressi. He has got Lampo Man, who's currently in 8th place and having a much better second debutant race. Like I said, he has still got that damage, but we'll ride with us for a second. Is Lampo Man going to be able to make a move on Zero C's here? I don't know what the drag or sort of, you know, top speed of that Merc is compared to the Porsche, but with that front end aero damage, he will be a bit slower. But yeah, it's a much better race by Lampo Man as he just outbrakes himself a little bit, but he takes avoiding action as we see Giambressi on the grass there, so it will allow Zero C's and Lampo Man to catch up a little bit. Yeah, a lot of the drivers that had a good race in the first race aren't having a good race in the second race here. Isk is now 0.6. Oh no, it looks like Fast Forward has made its way back past Isk because he is now back down in the 11th, and Fast Forward will now start chasing down Allers for what will be that final. Well, no, so it would have been the final 10th place spot, but they have had another person drop out. I will go back with this Lampo Man battle because he is. I know he's fallen back as well, and he's about 2nd back now. So let's go back to the front here. So Matty Agu has now settled into a better rhythm, and he has got that 1.1 second gap. But as I predicted, Alex Stecker has pulled away from Fortunator and closed that gap on AMS Dillon. So AMS Dillon, who was looking to challenge for what would have been the race win, is now going to have to start looking in his rearview mirror for Stecker coming up to potentially get his second place of the day. Tony Doc here is saying this is a good setup for the entertaining last 5 minutes. I mean, you must have said that about 4 minutes ago because we've got about 1 minute left. But this race here, I mean, it could be anyone could finish on the top four steps, or sort of top 3 steps of the podium, but in the top 4 positions. And Alex Stecker gets a bit wide down. That is going to allow Fortunator back up on him, but. Yeah, this is the closest I've ever seen a battle for 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. And this is the final lap of the race now, so I think we're going to have to stay with this one, guys, because this is the closest battle out there, and a lot could happen here on this final lap. As Fortunato goes a bit wide there, but he does get a better run back in. Is he going to make a move on Alex Stecker to get that last spot and continue the tradition of having a debutant driver on the podium in all of my streams? It looks like, based on the pace of the guys ahead, it might end today, but never say never. AMS Dillon as well is closing that gap on Matty Agu. There's a lot of, I imagine all these guys' hearts are going to be pounding here because Matty Agu will be looking to get, I think this might be his first ever win with us, but I don't know if he got one on his debut. I think he got 3rd place on his debut. So Matty Agu is a debutant driver that got a podium. AMS Dillon is a debutant driver that got a podium. So you have 2 of them out on the podium again right now. Okay, it looks like Fortunator has got past Alex Stecker. Yes. Sorry, I shouldn't be biased here. I'm secretly not excited, but it looks like with about 4 or 5 corners to go, Fortunator will keep the tradition alive, and I am happy about that. And Giambressi gets the first drive-through penalty of the day, which I'm guessing is for track infringements, as we've got a lot of drivers here, all within a few seconds of each other. But we will go back to that one in a minute. I just want to watch this last couple of corners and we will go back to this battle near the end. But Matty Agu 0.8 behind AMS Dillon. Sorry, 0.8 ahead of AMS Dillon. Is going to go around this last corner. I don't think AMS Dillon is going to do anything silly here. I think he'll just be quite happy with the fastest lap of the race and another podium, finishing in 2nd place. And the driver of the day for this one has to be Fortunator. He had a fantastic race in race 1. He's managed to finish in 3rd place in race 2. Fantastic driving by the debutant. I think he will, everyone will be really happy with that. And he, gets my driver of the day vote, and he will finish in 3rd in race 2. Alex Stecker in 4th, Steph Ork in 5th. Let's just quickly go back here. Lampo Man is 0.8 behind Zero C's. Like I said, we have Giambressi. He won't do that drive-through penalty. Oh, no. All the drivers are going wide on that last corner there. And I thought we were going to see a little... Oh, no, Giambressi. He's just cut the last corner and passed them all, but he will then fall back past them all, obviously, with the drive-through penalty. But, that's going to finish Zero C's in 6th, Lampo Man in 7th, Mattia's Ella's in 8th, fast forward in 9th. Isk is going to finish in 10th because of that drive-through penalty. The 30-second penalty is going to promote all these drivers. Lynch is going to have an 11th place. Baker 13th. Guerrilla Radio 13th. Springsphere is going to finish in 14th place. And then looks like a lot of the other drivers are already in the pit lane. Potentia is in the pits. Yeah, Off Tower is he going to be the last driver out there to finish? Yeah, we will ride with Off Tower for the last half a lap, but yeah, AMS still is saying, what a race. Yeah, Klorp saying congrats on the podiums. Yeah, so Fortunator, he is my driver of the day. Like I said, he had a fantastic race one. Kept up with a lot of the top silver drivers. He's managed to get himself onto the podium and keep that tradition alive of having a debutant driver on the podium on their first race. And yeah, so driver of the day goes to him. Matty Agu gets 2 podium finishes. AMS Dillon, fantastic second place recovery drive, considering he had that collision with I forget the driver's name, but yeah, he had a collision with the driver in race 1, and then yeah, he's managed to recover that to second place. It was a bit lucky for a few of the drivers out there because I said all the cars ahead of him just crashed into each other, but sometimes you just got to have that luck. But yeah, thank you guys for joining the stream. Yeah, Klorp saying good job out there for Lynch as well. It was a fantastic drive to get 11th place on that race. And yeah, thank you all for joining. Don't forget to tune into the Dick Trickle Racing Network at 7 p.m. BST, which is about in about just over an hour's time for the IXR second round championship. That will be, I said, on the Dick Trickle Racing Network, but I think both of us in the booth. But yeah, I need to calm down, guys. That was a fantastic little... Well, I mean, it wasn't fantastic from the driving perspective because the driving was extremely poor in that race too. But for the people watching on the stream, that was some fantastic entertainment. But thank you once again for every single person that viewed the stream. And I appreciate everyone that pops in and says hello and talks to me. And I'll see you all again next time. Thank you and goodbye.